The visit to Bandipur has been quite fabulous. That was Bandipur, and that is Ganesh Himal range. Good morning, guys. Right now we are heading to Genesis Cafe, where we meet the Great Asian Odyssey guys. Hi guys. So I am trying to look as fresh as possible after the very tiring ride that we had yesterday. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
He's not.
Yeah. So I had a bath also, so that I should look fresh in this video. That's why. So we are at this Genesis Cafe, and we are waiting to meet the other Odyssey guys, the Great Asian Odyssey guys. So they will be coming with 3 Dominers. I think you guys, many of you are also following that, but still I'll be introducing that to you guys. So they are from XBHP, Sunny, Sunny or the photographer, as everyone knows him. Then you have Manan and Suil ji. So they will be riding to 11 different countries, and there will be 11 riders joining them. I think they will have different, the third bike will have different riders in different countries. That is what my guess is by looking at their itinerary. This was not planned as such. Our initial plan to ride to Nepal was much earlier, around 10 days back. Couple of things and all, we finally pushed it towards the first week of October. We started riding. We spent a couple of days in Uttarakhand. Then finally in the last 2 days we got an idea that we might bump into each other, and that's when we started planning that we might meet together. So let's see whether we can meet or not. So we are here now. We are waiting for those guys.
Spacecrafts have landed.
And Mr.
That's Manan, Gaurav. GoPro किस मारेगा? Odyssey का villain. Brilliant. Yeah, same here. That's Sunil.
The Great Edition Odyssey guys are leaving with the set of bikers here. We stay put back because we have to discuss about our permits and all. We wanted to ride with them, but the guy with whom we will, who will take care of our permits for Upper Mustang and all, he has just come. So we want to spend some time with him and to understand the process because still it's not clear how and when we'll start for that, and we need to figure out the guide. Chalo Sunny, bye and best of luck.
Thank you.
Yep. Gupta ji, bye.
Bye.
And best of luck.
You too.
Yep. Manan,
Bye.
bye. And best of luck.
Right safe.
Yep. You too. Morning everyone. It's not a bright day today, but yeah, it's quite bright for us as we are finally moving from Kathmandu. We were here for the last 3 days trying to get the permit thing sorted. There are a few things, few roadblocks, as now with the new regulation the passport needs to have a stamp for Upper Mustang. It's more like an immigration thing, so it took us some time, but finally we got the permit and we are heading to Pokhara today. The weather is pretty nice. There's a nice hint of chill, yet not cold. Pokhara is around 6 hours from here, and we will be stopping quite a bit on the way once we get out of the city, and we are expecting to land Pokhara by sunset. That's the plan for today. Okay, a bit on the permit also. I think that is important for people who are planning to visit Mustang and Upper Mustang, Lower Mustang and Upper Mustang. So the guy who is on the NS, he's our guide. He will be with us for the next 10 odd days. Lower Mustang is 1,000 rupees plus there is another 750 odd bucks, whereas Upper Mustang is quite costly. It is $500 per person, and you cannot do it solo, plus you need to have a guide, and you need to take care of the guide cost per day too, which is coming out at for us it is coming out at 7,000 odd rupees, odd Nepali rupees per day, which includes his stay, his food, his petrol, his daily allowance, everything put together. So we are finally in that stretch where the road was in pathetic condition. That sector was actually in very bad condition, but it looks like in the last 2-3 days they have worked on that section, and that other side was actually completely dug up. So while climbing also we used this sector. See, can you guys see? This sector is now completely fresh. We are walking in the colonial city of Bandipur, and as you guys can see through the construction or the architecture of the buildings around here, this is a very old world charm. So this was actually a part of Indo-Tibet trade route, which was used by Newar traders back in 1700 when they moved from Bhaktapur Palace. Bhaktapur was their original location, and then they moved here once it was conquered by Prithvi Narayan Singh, and then they used as a hub of trade route. But after post 1900, once the highway, which is called the Prithvi Highway, which joins the Pokhara, was made, this place lost its importance, and slowly and steadily it has grown into prominence as a tourist hub. There is no more trading, left. This is now a fabulous tourist hub. The visit to Bandipur has been quite fabulous. That was Bandipur, and that is Ganesh Himal range, which has its towering presence all around Bandipur. So I'll be frank enough to accept that I didn't know much about Bandipur, and Bandipur came as a real surprise to me. This entire mountain range is just fabulous. Just look at it. Just look at it. Wow. So Bandipur, the height of Bandipur is only 1,000 meters above sea level, and even with that, to get such views all around is just fabulous. Pokhara, I think, is another 40 odd kilometers if I am not mistaken. So another 20 kilometers or so we'll get light, and after which we'll be riding in the dark. Our progress in the morning was actually really good, but after food something happened to me. I think maybe the oil was not good or something, that I could not ride for almost 2 hours. I was feeling quite pukish and all, but by 3 I started feeling better. Not even 3, by 2:30 I started feeling better, and after that it was a good progress all throughout this point. That looks crazy.